All right, I'm gonna call us to order, everyone. I call to order the November 28th meeting of the Student Government Association. We are live streaming and recorded. Please read your agendas. We'll add them to roll call.
Caitlin Egan.
Here.
Timothy Allen. Isabella Cattell.
Here.
Scott Guan.
Here.
Nick Colombo.
Here.
Anderson Dallaire.
Here.
Gage Glanville.
Here.
Justin Walls.
Here.
Crystal Mills.
Here.
Naomi Brito.
Here.
Travis McLaughlin.
Here.
Patty Soa. Benjamin Burnham.
Here.
Jaquela Leary. Ariane Baker. Abby Glashan.
Here.
Desiree Brown.
Here.
Fabian Morales.
Here.
Haley Kane.
Here.
Isabella Moniz.
Here.
James McDonald. Here. Loic Black.
Here.
Savannah Souza.
Here.
Miles Jordan.
Here.
Gavin Fazio.
Here.
Jacob Constant.
Here.
Austin Morgan.
Here.
Brandon Rita.
Here.
Maggie Roberts.
Here.
Daniel Lyons.
Here.
Liam Connor.
Here.
Angela Hayes.
Here.
Chris Pira.
Here.
Are there any corrections to the minutes from November 14th? Seeing none. Oh, yes. Isabel Moniz?
Hi, yes, so last time when we had SGA, when I was giving my report, I accidentally messed up James's email, so if we could fix that.
Sure, it should be, I think, 2428.
Yeah.
Okay. We will update that. Besides that, we can approve the minutes pending changes.
Second.
It's been seconded to approve the minutes pending changes. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns to the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries to approve the minutes pending changes.
And now for your president's report, Nicholas Smith.
Hello, everyone. Today we have a very special guest. We know her well for her unique ability to meet with students and be active on campus, like in the DC. Also for holding flu shot and COVID shot clinics and seeing students in health services. Today we have the Interim Director of Health Services, Kelly Palm. Please join me in welcoming Kelly.
Thank you. So I'm Kelly from Health Services. I know some of you know me, some of you don't. So I'm just going to give an update on who we are, where we are, why we're here for you guys. And then also take any questions you have. Certainly feedback or suggestions is always welcome. So we are located right here on campus in the back of Scanlon. In case anyone doesn't know, it's kind of kitty corner to the back of the dining counter. There's a rainbow crosswalk that leads right to our door. We're open Monday through Friday. We now have walk-in hours, 8:30 to 10, Monday through Friday. We had gone to all appointment with everyone else in the pandemic, and now we're sort of doing a hybrid. So 8:30 to 10, you can just walk in, no appointment needed if you wake up, feel crappy, or you can call and we'll predominantly get in the same day. Unless you call it like 5 o'clock, then we'll talk to you and see if we can wait till the next day, but we pretty much offer same day appointments. We are free, so we do not bill insurance. The only time that we would ask for your insurance is if something has to be performed or obtained or run off-site. So a prescription that's written by me is free, but at the pharmacy you might have to pay for whatever your copay is for that prescription. If you fall down and I send you for an x-ray, Bay State Imaging will bill your insurance, but there'll not be a bill out of health services. And we're usually pretty clear if that comes up in the visit, if there's something that's going to incur a charge to somebody's insurance, then we sort of go over it in the visit. But if you guys have general questions about it, I'm happy to talk about that. So I was just going to go over sort of the services. Some of you probably know some of them, but maybe not all of them. So I think it's good. There's always things that people don't know on campus about what we do. So who are we? We're 4 nurse practitioners. So we're fully licensed medical providers, just like you would see at an urgent care or even the ER. So we have full prescriptive authority. You can order imaging, sort of whatever is needed. And there's 4 of us. You'll get to see whoever you can request people, but if not, you'll just get the next available appointment with any of us, myself included, and then 3 others. So we do health education. If you just want to learn more about something, come on in and talk to us about a topic. If I don't have the answers, we don't have the answers, we'll look at them. If you want us to come talk to you about a topic like here or anywhere else at dorm, happy to do outreach. Give me a topic and I'll make a presentation, help you make one. I do a lot of tabling in the DC. I will be there this Friday for World AIDS Day with Tapestry Health from 11 to 1, so come visit me. We'll be giving out some free stuff. So that's it on education. We do prescriptions, like I already said. We can send them to any pharmacy that you want. On that note, we just started this semester a free pharmacy delivery because I understand not everybody has a car and it's not an easy walk if you don't feel good to get to any pharmacy. So we are working with Stop and Shop Westfield. So the prescription has to go through them. They have to fill it, but they will deliver it here to health services for free. So if it gets to them by I think it's noon, it'll be same day delivery, so it'll get there that afternoon. If it's after 12, it'll get there the next day. Any prescriptions we send can be done that way, but also if you have an outside provider that you want the prescription delivered, just call. You can transfer the prescription to Stop and Shop, or you can have your provider do that. So it doesn't have to be written by us. If you have a prescription from an outside provider, you can have it delivered through Stop and Shop. So what do we do in health services? Typically urgent visits. So if you don't feel good, we do urgent care visits. So we have on-site rapid flu, mono, strep, COVID, pregnancy, urinalysis. Anything done and performed and completed in health services is free. But say I need to do a lab, we're not a laboratory that needs to go to Bay State reference labs, they would bill your insurance just to run the labs. So a complete blood count or a mono blood test that we need to send, those things would have to go through Bay State reference labs. But another new thing this year is if you need blood drawn, either because we order it or because if you have a provider on the outside and you need occasional or serial on a certain time thing, schedule, we can draw it for you and send it so you don't have to go to get your blood drawn at Bay State Noble anymore. We can do it right in health services. There's a couple of us that draw. So we do people health, so anybody's will do people health. STI testing and treatment, we do that in health services. Those typically are send out labs. We also educate people. It's great that young people can be on their parent or guardian's insurance until they're 26. I highly recommend it. Health insurance is expensive and it sucks. So stay on that person's insurance. However, you're an adult in my world at 18. So if you have concerns about your privacy, there was a law passed and we can tell you about that, the way that you can keep your information private, especially regarding sensitive stuff. We do all types of contraception. We provide free emergency contraception in health services. So it was off briefly, it's now back on the Get app. So it's free in health services. It's also available on the Get app for $14 for off hours, weekends. I would say that that's a big area that I'm trying to get more education out about, because Plan D, that $50 emergency contraception, is probably the biggest ripoff on the market. So you can get it on Amazon for about probably $8 to $10 a dose. So the key is to get it before you need it. The reason that people pay $50 is because they're usually a little stressed out when they're buying that. And it is time sensitive. So maybe you don't have time for the 5 days. It needs to be taken within 3. So always happy to answer questions about that, but it is on the Get app and it is free and as part of a visit, just so that we can do some education and talk about more effective ongoing contraception, but it's totally free in health services. We also do pap smears in health services. This fall we did 3 flu COVID vaccine clinics here on campus with Mark, our Stop and Shop friend who also does the delivery with us. We did 1 COVID and we're doing another COVID vaccine clinic tomorrow, Elite 003. I sent out another link today and it's on the Presence app. So that'll be our last one for the year. So if you haven't gotten your COVID vaccine, the latest one, basically if you haven't had it in the last 60 days, you can get this one. It's the latest one out, it's Pfizer brand. If you have any questions, just let me know. I already talked about outreach events. We do giveaways. Follow us on Instagram. Sometimes we give out cool prizes. I'm gonna look for something to give out this Friday for a little quiz or something. You have to learn something and then we'll do that. So I already told you about labs, imaging, stuff that has to be sent off-site, but we can order it, no problem. And specialty referrals, we're happy to help if it's something that we don't do or can't do. If there's services that we don't offer at this time, we're happy to help you figure out how to get those services. So sometimes it's an ortho injury, right? You need to go see an orthopedic person. New England orthopedic surgeons, we have a relationship with them. They also have walk-in hours. For certain contraceptive services, because we don't bill insurance, we don't do IUDs or Nexplanons, thing in the arm. So we can refer you to GYN, Planned Parenthood, Tapestry, they all do that. So if we don't offer it, we don't do gender-affirming hormone therapy yet at this time, but we can certainly help you. Trans Health Northampton has been out here on campus. They're awesome, and they are great. We can refer to them. That is all I have. I didn't want to take up too much time, but I'm happy to answer questions. Thank you for giving me the time to update you guys.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Kelly? Brenda?
Hi, thank you so much for coming. My name is Brandon Rita. I just want to say you guys do great things and there's so much you do, but I just never personally knew going through school. So I feel like an outreach program to first years would be great so that you create a 4-year-long or even longer relationship with them. So since day one, they know and feel comfortable with you all and that you'll always be able to see the same people. Because I even learned a lot of things right now just listening to the speech.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Matt did have me, that was optional, right, for the new student orientation?
Yes.
So I do, but not everybody, people have choices to go to different, right, orientations or different
Different workshops.
workshops, that's it. But thank you, yes, I would like to get more out, because I also feel like I'll talk to people and they'll say, you can write a prescription, and I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, I can. Yep, so thank you, I will definitely circle back to me, let me know like how but yes, I would totally thank you for that feedback, and I want to get the word more out about all the great things we do.
Any further? Dan Career?
Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
So I know last year there was a consultant that came down to look at health services and counseling centers. So I was wondering what, if any changes have been made as a result of that consultant report, or any further changes that may come as a result of that report?
Thank you for asking that. Yes, so last year there was a healthcare consultant that came and looked. I think it's a goal to have a wellness center, to have us physically closer to the counseling center. I'm not sure where that's going to happen yet. Our space, both of our spaces don't really seem conducive to one of us moving, but we are definitely trying to work closer together as a wellness center, so we're collaborating more, while also being extremely sensitive to people's confidentiality and HIPAA and privacy. So a lot of times it's up to the student, but it makes my job easier and the counseling job center, or the counseling center's job, easier if we collaborate, because I don't know what meds they're prescribing. They don't know, so if I don't know what meds you're on, then I could prescribe something. So we are definitely working closer together. If we have students that are going to have medical transports, if it has a mental health component, if it doesn't have a mental health component, then that's me. But if it has a mental health component, then that tends to be both of us if somebody seeks care off campus. So we are trying to become more of a one wellness center at this time. There was no change as far as like the billing aspect, which I think is good. But stay tuned for like if there's going to be a location that we could all be together, and that is the goal.
Any further? Desiree? Brown?
Hi, I'm Desiree, I'm on community council. I'm just want to make sure, so the wellness center, is that available to also commuter students? And other than just like wellness visits, are we able to get like a physical, like if we need to do like our yearly physical and maybe our doctor's office can't really accommodate us, or if it's just easier for us to do it while we're on campus? Is that something you guys do as well?
So we see in health services and the counseling center, we see commuter students, no difference. We see undergrads. So if you're an undergrad, it doesn't matter whether you live on campus or commute, and all the same services. As far as physicals, we're not offering them at this time, but it's definitely something I'm thinking about, especially for athletes. Well, not just for them, but they often run into, they have to have a physical within 6 months of the start of their sport, and so they could have already had one, and then so we are definitely looking into it. We haven't done it because they tend to take longer, and they're one of those things that if you can't bill for it, it takes a long time. But we are definitely looking at it to offer it in some way, and I appreciate the question. If you think that that would be, again, we're here for the students, so if I can say yes to student questions, I will say yes. but we see commuters, yes, in services anytime.
Any further? Seeing none, thank you, Kelly. So, all right. Can you pass this? You can pass it down. I'm sending out a sign-up sheet for the December 9th open house. I encourage all of you to sign up if you can. Yeah, part of your job being senators is also kind of helping out with SGA and these kind of aspects. So I encourage you guys to sign up. It's only 30-minute slots. You only have to do it once, as in like once on the 9th. But that'll be my report a little later. I just wanted to make it aware in case you guys get the thing down. So, hello everyone. Woo. I hope you had a great break. I realized 4 days for me was not enough time to take a proper break. However, a few days of rest was still nonetheless good. I only have a little for my report today. Dan, President Thompson, and I had a monthly meeting 2 weeks ago. Because we missed last meeting, I'm reporting on it today. We discussed President Thompson's ideas to work with faculty and students to focus on learning outside of the classroom with more hands-on experiences instead of lectures. This is something that President Thompson is more passionate about, especially having traveled to Georgia and looking at their programs outside of class teaching. So that was very fun. That was the main focus of the whole thing. So that's all for that. There's an open house next Saturday, and we need your help. As a Senate member, you should attend events like this to discuss SGA for our potential owls. This is your time to share your experiences here at Westfield State University. So please fill out the sign-up sheet and come out to represent SGA. We're all expected to help out if you are around and are not working as a tour guide or a representing member of another club or organization. This open house is December 9th from 11:30 to 2, which includes setup and breakdown times. You do not have to be there all day, but you are expected to be there at least for a bit if you can. I also want to let you guys know that we will be tweaking the formats of SGA meetings a little bit. I just want to make you all aware of it. As you guys saw today, we are now going to ask our presenters to kind of function within a time limit. We have super important topics, so if we need to, we can always extend time, but overall, we want to ensure that our meetings are shorter. Nothing will concern any of you in Senate about time-wise. It'll be for exec and the rest of us, but I just want to let you all know that we're changing things a bit to make things run a little smoother. This also means that our followings of Robert's rules might be a little more close. So moving the meeting along is nothing personal. I want to be aware of everyone's time, because the longer the meetings go, the longer it is for all of us, and of course, we're all students as well, so just kind of focus on that a little bit. I also want to remind you guys, and you guys did a fantastic job, with questions, keep them more on topic, try to stay away from personal anecdotes, it'll help move the meetings faster in a better direction. I'm happy to meet with any of you after the meeting to collect any lingering questions for our presenters, to give you guys more answers. Our presenters are always also really happy and receptive for meeting with students, so I can facilitate anything like that if you guys have bigger questions on that. And lastly, I want to congratulate our commuter council for their amazing event today. It was fantastic, guys. All the food is gone, so incredible job, guys. You were great people to bring back to commuter council to SGA, so we're super proud to have you. That's all I have.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Nicholas? Seeing none, thank you, Nicholas.
Board of Trustees report, Daniel Curry.
All right, good evening, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving holiday. Tomorrow, Joseph and I will be attending a staff meeting for the Center for Student Success and Engagement to discuss how SGA and CSSC can work together to support our fellow students. CSSC, for those that don't know, encompasses a variety of academic support services, including urban education, TRIO, academic advising, veteran and military services, and much more. I will be meeting again tomorrow with Sarah and Jack to refine our Common Hour policy proposal. I am pleased to report that progress continues to be made on this proposal. Feedback will continue to be garnered from key stakeholders, including faculty, prior to our submission to governance. Finally, you'll recall that Jack and I met with Carden Brown, the intramurals coordinator, and athletics director Dick Lenfest regarding the need to effectively market intramurals on our campus and how to get more students to go to varsity athletic games. This conversation was productive for both sides. In response to this meeting, SAIL will be meeting with the intramural coordinator to share best practices and detail how we can support them. Some work has already been done on the varsity athletics side, with games beginning to be publicized on the network thanks to work study students in the SAIL office. And a revamp of the frequent flyer program, which rewards students for attending 10 athletic games, is underway. Should you have any questions, please let me know.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Daniel Courier? Sarah Harrington?
For the frequent flyer program, are you planning on doing the whole punch thing again?
No, so the idea, and this is something that, of course, we would have to continue working with athletics on to ensure there's training and whatnot. It would be scanning with the Nest work using your QR code. It automatically tracks through an experience portion on the Nest work that you've gone to 10 events that are labeled athletics.
That was my suggestion.
So you don't have to carry around the card and hopefully someone will push it.
Any further? Seeing none, thank you, Dan. Food Services Committee, Alan Carpenter.
Good evening, all of you. I have a few quick updates from Food Service Committee, which occurred Friday, November 17th. The first thing to mention is a couple updates on the hydroponic garden, which some of you would refer to as the large thing that is in the DC. The garden will be in the DC where it is currently, and will predominantly have the purpose of growing herbs, which are very expensive, and saving money in the long term. There will be a cycle where something is being produced every week, the entire year, according to reports. This product will cost $15,000 plus $300 per month in order to pay for the seeds to make the garden grow. This is a way of saving money long term because of the high prices of these products for very little amounts of things. The second big point of discussion was the wall that was put up in the DC and what was up with that. The wall was put up to prevent dust and other particles from spreading into the dining area while they're doing the work that is being done behind said wall. The reason for the reorganization of the dining hall is as a result of a pressing need due to damages which would have led to the counter falling off the wall in the near future, once again making this a pressing need. They're tearing out the fallen cabinets and counter and replacing them with new ones. This is a custom project due to the shape of the space, which is not conducive to a generalized product. This will also be matched with the countertop behind the cashier, which will also be redone, like right where the ice cream typically is, and now the drinks are. There's no final timeline for this product due to supply chain issues, and the cost of the product has been approximated at $300,000. My final updates are that this food show in the DC will be taking place tomorrow, November 29th, where vendors come in, and there's a bunch of just like different foods. It was really good last year. For the expanded menu in the Owl Cafe that we've discussed, there will be a bento box option that is being looked into for that location currently, and that is all that I have.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Adam, Jack Linden?
Hi, Adam. What time is the food show?
Couldn't tell you.
What is information? It typically is during lunchtime, so by the hours of 11 to 2 p.m.
Any further? Seeing none, thank you, Adam. University Curriculum Committee, Scott Dwan.
Good afternoon, everyone. UCC met November 17th just to review and revise a few courses in education and economics. Unfortunately, we only got through the education courses. Starting with Education 0329, revision to the title was changed from Methods to Teaching Through Science to then change to Methods of Teaching Science. And then a course description was changed saying it is a requirement of a B or higher in that course or any previous courses to advance to the next course. Then with Education 0339, advanced application in teaching and learning. Additions to the bulletin description were also made, also describing the same thing as a B or higher is required in order to advance advanced courses or practicum. And then a prerequisite of 0329 and a B was also required. And then added a co-requisite of 0340 or 0341. And then 4 new undergrad courses were reviewed and revised. There's an education course of creative arts for young children, an education course of interdisciplinary curriculum in childcare and early education, play and early childhood education, and policy and advocacy for children and family well-being were all reviewed and revised. With Education 0378, behavior supports for students with emotional and behavioral disorders, the title was renamed to Behavior Supports for Children with Disabilities. And then prerequisites of 0319 and 0354 were removed, and then unchanged to the bulletin description was also made. And then lastly, with Education course Administration and Leadership in Early Education and Care, the course revision in the description, and it was changed and then motion and passed. And that is all I have.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Scott? Seeing none, thank you, Scott. Academic Policy Committee, Joseph Bonilla.
Good afternoon, all. I hope that you enjoyed the holiday weekend. It was a little too short for me, but here we are. During our last Academic Policies Committee, APCA, on November 17th, we discussed the existing policies for cataloging and archiving governance committee's minutes and blank. We also reviewed a proposal by the Health Sciences Department and moved to table for revisitation during a later meeting with pending edits, hopefully this week. Additionally, I wanted to report that APC is looking for a temporary student senate member to join us during our meetings, as one of our current student members is unable to attend meetings for a while. Please see me after this meeting if this is something that you would like to join. We would love to have you. We will meet this Friday from 1:40 to 2:55 p.m. Please let me know if you have any questions, either after this report or via email at vpequity.sga@westfield.ma.edu. Thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Joseph? Seeing none, thank you, Joseph. Information Technology Strategic Advisory Committee, Jacob Constant.
Hello, everybody. I am Jacob Constant, and I'm a representative at large, and I am reporting today on the Student Experience, a subcommittee of ITSAT, the Information Technology Strategic Advisory Committee. Student Experience met yesterday, and we talked about different issues regarding different issues that are on campus, from academic buildings to resident halls. We brought up the ongoing issues about how students want to be able to print from their own devices and how useful it would be if that would actually be a possibility. Wi-Fi issues in both academic buildings with EDU roam and residence halls with resident. Bringing up issues about how devices connect and disconnect often, as well as just having issues in general. The positive and negative things about the new My Westfield portal. We brought up that we have heard everybody in the committee has heard multiple people talk about their good experiences with the portal, as well as some issues that they were having with intuitive issues, just like things that weren't really explained well. I also mentioned that I had sent a document to Eric Patrick, who released the new My Westfield portal of ideas that had come up with, as well as ideas I had gotten with some of my friends around campus. We also talked about new ideas for surveys and possibly trying to utilize the new My Westfield cards, which is what they're called, the different boxes, and possibly add a survey card that could be used by all departments on campus, where we can have most surveys in one spot. I was asked to generate a survey that we can come back to at the next committee meeting to expand the survey. Some ideas that were mentioned in the meeting to include in the survey were: how important is My Westfield to you? How well does it work? A box to expand if they have any issues with it. How do students feel about printing is right now on campus, Wi-Fi on campus, technology in the classroom, and then rank what is most important to you on campus with technology. If you have any possible ideas of things I can add to the survey, feel free to mention them after this report or email me at jconstant3470@westfield.ma.edu. I hope you enjoyed my first report.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Jacob Constant? Adam Carpenter.
Just as a quick, sort of point of information, as someone who set up 400 people's Wi-Fi this semester, make sure that the setting of private IP address is off on your device, because that is usually the reason as to why your thing keeps disconnecting.
Sarah Harrington.
Congratulations on your first report.
Thank you.
Also, Alan Blair and I worked on a little flyer that should have been posted around some of the academic buildings that tell you the difference between ResNet and EDU Rome, because some people didn't know the difference that they were supposed to use in what buildings. So it's just this QR code that you can scan, and it gives you some videos and pictures of how it works.
Chris Harrell.
Hi, Jacob. I did want to mention that the new My Westfield portal, while I like it, it may take a lot of students some time to get used to. I've noticed it's very disorganized. I personally took me about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to find the My Housing portal and the degree evaluation. So is there a certain reason why there's sort of no cohesive format for the portal, or what was the logic behind them coming up with the format?
I don't have any specific.
Dan Courier.
Just a point of information, you can customize it the way you'd like. So you can have, let's say, your schedule on the home page. You can have your student employment on the home page. And I know there's going to be a lot of changes that will be made. I know with my student employment project, there'll probably be a change as well, but you can customize it the way you'd like.
Any further for Jacob? Seeing none, thank you, Jacob. I'm going to point a privilege to Mike quick. I don't know if the mic up there is on or not, so I'm just going to double check. Or Adam, if you want, yeah. Are we on?
Just off.
Okay, well, one's off.
It is dead.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize that.
Stretch.
And that is how you use a point of privilege. Vice President's report, publicity, Elizabeth Mercer.
Hi everyone. I hope you all had a good break. 3v3 basketball donation with canned food is tonight at 6 p.m. in Woodward. COVID vaccine clinic is tomorrow at Ely 003 from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The financial care package is tomorrow at 3:30 in the Care Center. 50 Thursday is at 6 p.m. in the Owl's Nest. Paint and Purify is at 7 p.m. in the Owl's Nest, hosted by the class of 2027. Lego Bingo is Friday at 8 p.m. in Wilson Auditorium. The NYC trip bus leaves at 7 a.m. on Saturday. Congratulations to the Senator of the Month who always asks questions, met with Joseph for one-on-one to learn how to help committees out more, is active in the APC committee, and has always stepped up when we needed help with SGA events and CAB events. Thank you, Brandon Rita. Also, next semester, if you're interested in being on Owl Ball Committee and Blue Key Committee, see me after the meeting. The Owl Ball is an annual dance that SGA holds at the Color Country Club. Last year, the committee decided on decorations, food, marketing, projects, and the theme. This is a fun committee that meets about once a week. Next semester, the Blue Key Committee collects people's entries for the Blue Key Award, meets once, and through process of elimination, decides who is the most fit candidate for this honorable award. If this interests you, I love to have anyone on the committee with me. Also, if you're interested in being in a video showcasing what you have done this year, stay after the meeting to get more information. Thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Elizabeth Mercer? Austin Morgan.
A point of information, Lego Bingo is in the dining hall and not Wilson Auditorium. It's also at 9 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Any further? Seeing none, thank you, Elizabeth, and congratulations, Brandon. Woo. If you want to stay after the meeting, we'll take your photo. Yay. Okay. Rules and Regulations Committee, Ethan James.
I feel so fancy getting to walk up the microphone. Good evening, everyone. The Rules and Regulations Committee met today. We reviewed a single constitution. After review of the first generation student affinity group constitution, the Rules and Regulations Committee unanimously approved it following one minor change. Other than that, it was a pretty uneventful day for the committee. If you have any questions about that meeting in specific constitution or anything rules and regulations wise, please feel free to ask, or if you have something special and need to talk to me individually, please feel free to email me, stay after the meeting. My email is parley.sga@westfield.ma.edu.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Ethan Hayes? Seeing none, thank you, Ethan.
Thank you.
Community Council, Fabian Ross.
Hello. Today, Monday, November 27th, nope, that's yesterday. Yesterday, Monday, 27th, members of the Community Council met in the afternoon to talk around campus for the second time to help publicize the Community Appreciation Day taking place today, November 20th, on various locations such as bus stops and common sidewalks around the campus. Today, November 28th, was the first ever Community Appreciation Day here on campus. We had breakfast served with chicken, waffles, bacon, and refreshments of coffee and water. Headphones, umbrellas, and car air fresheners were also given out and were very appreciated by the community. This event was a great success with over 75 students entering our giveaway and many communities utilizing the suggestion box. We had a great turnout with continuous foot traffic in and out of the commuter lounge. Thank you all for your support in creating this day of appreciation, and we are very enthusiastic about future commuter events. Thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Fabian? Seeing none, one more round of applause for the event. Thank you, Fabian. Also, a round of applause. We're making quick progress today. Is there any new business? Seeing none, announcements. Dan Carter.
The Accounting and Finance Club is hosting a CPA exam trivia on Thursday, so I know many of you are not accounting majors and hate accounting, but if you do want to come, we will be having prizes and pizza, so that's as enticing as please come.
Haley Kane.
Hi everyone, so Breakfast with Santa is this Saturday, December 2nd, and we're still just looking for maybe a few more volunteers. As of 8:30, we have 96 people coming, and for 10:30, we have 154 people coming. So if anyone's around for either one of the sessions, that would be great, and we'd really appreciate your help. We're going to have like letters to Santa, we'll have face painting, we'll have crafts, photos with Santa, so any help would be greatly appreciated. And also on Friday, we are decorating the Toccoa room in the dining commons, and then also all the dining commons that we're going to be using. So if anyone's around on Friday, I'm confirming with Sarah what time for hours, but if anyone's around and would like to help out, we'd also need some volunteers. Thank you.
Joseph Bonilla.
Hi everyone, I have two announcements. As you may have received an email today from the Division of Jedi, there'll be two guest speaker lecturers coming to our campus. One of them, Dr. Aura Martin Beck, is an assistant professor at St. Thomas University and will be presenting on social justice and healing pedagogies in 2 sessions on December 4th. Look for the flyer for more information. And then the second one, Dr. Aura Ziekli, I may have pronounced that wrong, I apologize, is an associate professor of political science at Clark University, and they will be coming to have a conversation on the 2023 Israel-Hamas war
Obviously unbiased, definitely show up if you have the opportunity. You can definitely learn a lot of information from us. This will be on December 5th from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Scanlon Banquet Hall. Thank you.
Adam Carpenter.
This is a final reminder when it comes to reporting, or any of your committees, there's an expectation that you are to give your intention of reporting to both Nick and I so that the dynamic agenda can be made by noon on Monday. And then your report is expected to be in by 3 p.m. on Tuesday. This is essential that the report is in by this time unless you've made a specific arrangement with me beforehand. From now on, this will be strictly enforced, and if I have not received a report by 5 p.m. at the absolute latest on Tuesday, you will not be allowed to report for that week because it is essential that we have those reports in the end.
Sarah Harrington.
I didn't say this last meeting, but congrats to Anderson on his first report last week. If anyone's wondering, the FAFSA is delayed this year to open December 31st. It's normally opens on December 1st. This is due to a change in law. So please, tell your friends and everyone everyone has to fill out. So tell people you know.
Justin Wald.
So class of 2026 has an event tomorrow from 4 to 6 in the NPR, which is like a writing them cards thing to faculty, staff, students that you're thankful for. And then Thursday, same time, same place, 4 to 6 in the NPR, doing a paint set. So you guys should come and have some fun mocktails, like Mai Tais and margaritas and paint.
Austin Morgan.
CAB is collaborating with the class 2026 to put on Lego Bingo and late night breakfast in the dining commons December 1st from 9 to midnight. Just as an FYI, they are closing bistro that night and it's has to be moved over to the dining commons.
Justin Wald.
Sorry, and just on top of that, if you do go to the bingo event for your PJs, you get extra free bingo card.
Any further? Sarah Harrington.
I just want to be clear, the FAFSA is only on December 31st this year. Next year, it'll go back to October 1st.
Nicholas Smith.
Hello. Never mind. I had a point and it just left my brain as I stood up. So, Dan Greer.
Bills are out, pay your bill.
Oh. Nicholas Smith. Yay. When you guys are reporting, if you have a tangible report, make sure you print it and give it to Adam after you're done reporting before you leave the podium. Adam catalogs them so he can write the minutes for you, so make sure you hand a tangible copy of your report to Adam before you leave the podium. Laura Farah.
Hi everyone, sorry, a lot of these announcements are recorded. So it'd be really great to see you guys up at the mics and create those and them to Adam and Nick that give a lot more focus, and it's also sometimes hard to hear folks when you're standing and you're in a little bit of a sea of people. But talk about council events, that's just what I remember, not from but any other thing, you just have much better eyes and ears on you at the podium, and those are just great reports that we want to hear, and also that we can have in the minutes as well. Thank you, because you have a mic, so it'll just get picked up better.
Katie Egan.
171 days of commencement.
Roll call.
Caitlin Egan.
Here.
Timothy Allen. Isabella Cattell.
Here.
Scott Dwan.
Here.
Nick Palumbo.
Here.
Anderson Delaire.
Here.
H. Glanville.
Here.
Justin Wald.
Here.
Crystal Mills. Naomi Britta. Travis McLaughlin.
Here.
Patty Soa. Benjamin Burnham. Here. Michaela Leary. Ariane Baker. Abby Glashan.
Here.
Desiree Brown.
Here.
David Morales. Haley Kane. Isabella Moniz.
Here.
James McDonald. Noah Black.
Here.
Savannah Souza. Miles Jordan.
Here.
Gavin Fazio.
Here.
Jacob Constant.
Here.
Austin Morgan.
Here.
Brendan Rita.
Here.
Maggie Roberts.
Here.
Daniel Lyons.
Here.
Liam Connor.
Here.
Angela Hayes.
Here.
Chris Pira.
Here.
If there is no additional business, I call to adjourn the November 28th meeting until December 5th. Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Brandon.